Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another round of the IIRL Season 10. This week, it is Realistic Tier once again, and it is time for the very spectacular Spa-Francorchamps. It is the Belgium Grand Prix, and I am not joined by Rothwell this week because he is on track. And you'll say, who have you got on the commentary box? Well, it is a returning man who streamed with me last season, and he is also a part of the NA commentary team. It is Tassit!
Yep,
The
I'm
voice
glad
crack.
to be back for this time to replace Rothwell. Glad to be back in this commentary booth for the first time since Singapore last season.
Yeah, Rothwell unfortunately has come down with a very, very sore throat and has lost his voice, so Tassit will be taking his place for the evening. And with that, we do start our short qualifying session. Of course, we do have 17 lovely drivers. Good evening, Jack. Good evening, Snipes. Good evening, Tassit. Well, good evening, good evening, Nico. You should be on track. Good evening, Killian. Killian's looking for a better result than on Tuesday. And good evening, everyone joining the stream. It is short quality. It is dry currently. Big news. We'll wait for Ethan saying that it's going to be dry for the race, but maybe some rain towards the end. So, as I was saying, we've got 17 lovely drivers tonight. We've got a few debutants. We've got a few returnees. We've got Chipmunk back in the Aston Martin of getting driver of the day last week. Snipes is in the Mercedes, Padge is in the Ferrari, Alessio is back in the Alpine, John is in the Sauber, Ethan is back in Realistic Tier, he's in the Williams, Deaton is in the McLaren, Deflated Wee in the Sauber, Tommy Bread is back in Realistic Tier after making a re-debut, and he is spun straight out the pit lane. Very unfortunate timing there. Liam the Killer is back in the Red Bull. Pez is now my new assist tier teammate in the Red Bull. Jack is in the McLaren. Rothwell, of course, my commentary partner usually, but he is in the Mercedes tonight. Money Game debutant driver in the Aston Martin. Codcamper is in the Haas. Killian is in the Haas as well, and II Captain Aiden C is in the Ferrari. That was a lot of drivers to go through.
Yeah, we carried it excellently there through their socks, naming all those drivers. Obviously, he's got Pez stepping up in the assist here. There's going to be an exciting round though here tonight. The strategy seems to be a clear one-stop in terms of tyre rates, and the sort of clear thing is when the mediums fall off in the equal cars, they fall off. So for some of our faster drivers in the Sauber, such as the Deflated and John, they're really going to feel the tyre wear tonight.
Exactly. Ethan's saying that it maybe dry then wet race, so dry quality maybe wet race. Nico saying Vamos Aiden, and also prayers for Killian after his brutal crash on Tuesday. First to start a lap is going to be Snipes, who has been a very good performer in Realistic Tier in recent weeks. Would you like to go through his lap, Tassit?
One, probably not. I'm currently trying to like there are a few audio issues when I listen to myself on the screen.
Okay, so as Snipes is going down the Kemmel Street, he uses a lot of his battery, almost half of his battery, to get up to the maximum speed of around 212 miles an hour. And through this right-hander here, you do not want to get... Oh, you can get on the curb, but you don't want to go over it. You bottom out your car. Using all the curb for the hairpin. Absolutely lovely stuff here. And then into No Name, one of my favourite corners on this track. Very nicely flat in qualifying conditions. And now you go through P1, 7th gear, is almost flat. Has it saying he sounds a bit quiet. We will figure that out.
Yes.
Through this second, through Blanchimont, which I always get confused. Is it Blanchimont or Stavelo? I can never remember. Anyway, this purple sector 2, he's the first driver to set a qualifying run.
Yep. Blanchimont is an earlier corner, and Stavelo turned 15, which was just after the counter chicane of turn 13 and 14, which Tommy Bread is currently going through, and McLaren of Jack.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Exit has gone through.
Snipes would get us started with a 33-2.
Yeah.
And then money game for debutant, 42-7.
Blanchimont is turn 18. Just want the changes of direction on the back straight. The very close time so far, 5-10 split current front round.
And Jack goes P3. Next up will be Tommy Bread. Goes P3. Then it's a Red Bull of Pez goes P5. Then it's one of the Saubers, I believe that's John. John goes P1, 4/10 quicker than Money Game. Next up will be, to finish a lap for Will, or it would have been Killian. He goes P3 after having basically no practice, he said. He was practicing for Vegas, which is our next round, next week. Captain Aidan goes P5. It's very grey out there. Ethan goes P1, 2/10 quicker than John. Next up will be Deflated Wee. The times are coming through quick and fast in this short qualifying session. P2 for Deflated Wee. And next up will be Alessio goes P4, leaving Codcamper to be last, our reigning champion. And he's just ever so slightly quicker than Ethan, goes up to for provisional pole.
Yeah, we've also got Chipmunk on a lap, just going through Lake Home, just off the exit turn 9, through to the long downhill right of turn 10, where it's going to be falling away easy to look up the front right now into No Name, flick the car in, get a good carrying amount of speed using all the track on the exit, through to P1. In race trim, this will be a lift, although in qualifying, using the entry curve and going through completely flat. Now through to the camper chicane, turns 13 and 14, use the curve on the left on entry and avoid the pencil curves, I like to call them, through turns 13 and 14. They can easily unsettle the car. Now into turn 15 Stavlo, important to get a good exit here as Chipmunk sets as purple sector 2 in addition to that purple sector earlier on. Now through Cone, Paul Frere and Blanchimont, turn 18. On his way to turn 19, the bus stop, where he's going to finish it off that lap. Braking at the 100, most drivers will take this around 54 to 55% brake bias and try and use more of that inside curve, but he does carry a good line. He opens out DRS, draining the rest of the battery he's got, and that's going to be P7 and 43.0, as we do have a couple of other drivers who haven't set laps on out laps, such as Diego and Rothwell.
Yeah, I should say, debutant Diego is in the V carb this week. I think he's only just joined the session, hence why his name was not read out. So we're wishing him the best of luck. I have also turned your mic volume up, so you might want to see if that's all right.
I'll check now.
Then Nico in chat saying he's binge watching at this point. He's got 45 stream streak. As Liam goes into the gravel on No Name, very unfortunate for him in his first lap. Nico, mine was 80 something before Tuesday, and I was at football, so I missed it. And Nico also saying that P1 is flat in quality.
I think I did say that.
Yeah.
Yep, audio is all good.
I know I mentioned it, but perfect, that's fine. Rothwell is just exited the Lake Com chicane, so we'll sit on board with him. A lovely performer in assist here and the old 82, bringing his expertise to realistic tier. He's had a very unfortunate start to the season as he goes into the gravel and has invalidated his run, unfortunately, as I was bigging him up. But, you know, he's got another 2 attempts, I think, to try and get a lap over the line. The only other drivers, we've got 5 drivers not yet set a run.
Liam about to cross the finish line now. He goes P14 with 50.9, although I don't think he was on a lap.
No, I believe that he went into the gravel at No Name and didn't invalidate. Chipmunk, that's Rothwell. Chipmunk's there twice for me now, weird. But so the Mercedes driver in P18 is Rothwell, not Chipmunk, which is why I was confused. Thank you very much to my TV broadcasting team. They will be fired again.
Unfortunate, but we do have sorry to put in there, so I think Rothwell is going for an up, but he is low on fuel, so he may just be getting some time installation lap around the circuit. Although we do have
got
Diego now going down straight.
we'll go.
Hopefully fast run, obviously being placed in the V car for your first race is quite the bar to get over, as the
Oh, he's
commentator's
over the
curse
gravel.
strikes the second time in the stream.
It's very unfortunate. He's setting in hot lap, which is very interesting if you know how this realm works. You don't really tend to use hot lap as much. So seeing him in the hot lap mode, we'll see how it comes to the end of the lap. He did go purple of the people on track in Sector 1, as everyone has fired out the pit lane, is on their out laps currently. He's one of the 4 drivers to not yet set a run. Let's see what he can do as he enters Stavelo. Got it right. 16.3 currently. He's got a lot of battery left to play with, so anything is possible here. We'll see where this lap puts him. He's got lots of battery left to play with. Could even use a bit more overtake if he so wished, as he does as soon as I say that. Brakes around the 100-meter board for the bus stop. And as soon as he crosses the line, we'll see where he gets placed. It is going to be a 44.5 for Diego.
Yeah, just want to preface though for his ERS, he had a significant amount of deployable charge as he crossed the line, so perhaps we'll see a quicker time from the RB driver as well, but lots of other people about to start the laps as well as Ethan. He's looking to get his 8th pole position, career pole position IIRL, unfortunately missing out, and he's unfortunately garnered a reputation for not being able to consistently maintain those pole positions when in the race trim, but he's a very quick driver going through a Rouge and Radio now onto the Kemmel straight.
Sorry to interrupt there. Padge is just finishing a run as it currently stands, so we'll see where, if he can improve, where he will be placed. He's up to P8 in the Rari. Of course, Padge is most notable for not doing qualifying, but this week has decided to. Up next to the line is going to be Tommy Bread. He's used a lot of battery, but he will improve by 5 tenths to get himself up to P11.
Yeah,
how's Ethan doing on his lap?
Yeah, he's doing well so far. I hope the commentator's curse does not strike for the 3rd time, but he's going to Pure now, holding it in 7th gear. Carrying it fully flat in qualifying through to campus. He's retaining a significant amount of that battery pack to deploy on the back straight.
Jack moves ahead of Tommy Bread to P11.
He absolutely does. And now going through Stavelo in the unnamed turn 16, he's letting it purple sector 2.
It's going to be good luck for John. P2 for John. Oh, those close times. Oh, John's so close to beating Cod there. And deflated wee is coming. He goes pole. Provisional pole.
Also up on his time as well, so this pole fight's getting even closer as it is just under a tenth between the top 4. Now Ethan using all the battery and has already up to the line. That's a provisional pole position of
He's ever so slightly quicker.
Less than 0.0.
Oh, Alessio! Oh, Alessio goes ahead of Ethan by the skin of his teeth. Next up to the line is going to be Codcamper. Where will he be placed? Of course, our reigning champion. He's 3 tenths up on his previous best, so he doesn't actually improve.
Yeah, and the top 2 are 8,000 apart.
Yeah, don't look, you know that. I always forget which one's which. I go 10,000, whatever the one is after that.
I think it's
never
hundreds.
remember.
I get
honestly, I never remember that. But
I think most of our drivers pitting ready for their last couple of laps. They'll be going out a few minutes from now.
I think Money Game is finishing a lap, of course, his debut race in IIRL. He had some quick time trial times, so that's why he's been placed in the Aston Martin on debut, and he goes 2 tenths behind John in P6.
Don't know how much time is left in this session, but that caution sector 2.
Yeah, people are running out of fuel, so they've had yellow flags. Last time I know, it was 6 seconds. 6 seconds? 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left of the session. So I imagine now it's about 4. Yeah, maybe.
Most drivers it is probably go up between 3 to 2 minutes. Something. 2 minutes 10.
Yeah, of
15.
course. It is a very, very long outlap here. So you can see this little gaggle of cars just at the exit of Stavelo going in towards Blanchimont. They've all run out of fuel here. except from Pez, who is on a run. So apologies to Pez for missing his lap, as he will come to the bus stop now. He's got absolutely no battery deployment left. It's a lovely bus stop chicane from him, and he goes P14 ahead of his makeshift teammate for tonight. Of course, constructors the constructors championship does not exist in realistic tier because, well, you get different teammates every week, so it is just a drivers championship only.
Yeah, it is drivers championship only. We've got Diego, the man, one of the people making his debut today, is on the out lap for his final lap, and currently the only car preparing to set up a lap stop. We've got many waiting in the pit, and currently on the pit exit as well for the others.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as I think that's Money Game. As soon as Money Game goes into the pit lane, we'll be able to see how long is left of the session, as he has run out of fuel in his run. And see Diego warming up his tyres in that beautiful V-carb livery. I guess it's RB now. Doesn't matter. We've got 2 minutes 53 seconds left of the session. We'll be seeing around the 2.5 minute mark, loads of people pulling out of the pit lane. As you can see now, a Ferrari of Padge and I believe that's Pez as well, just finishing around. So I think it might be his quality over. Yeah, he has unfortunately run out of fuel. But Diego will be starting a lap now. Yeah, he does run it in hot lap, so we'll see how he manages to improve. He's currently running last of the people that have set lap times. Everyone's coming out of the pits now. You can see it now. Everyone is flooding their way on this very, very long, what was it, 7.07 kilometers track.
Yeah, just around
Something
7
like that.
kilometers. It's pushing the upper limit of circuits allowed on the Formula 1 calendar. One of the longest, if not the longest, I believe.
Diego getting a lovely helpful tow from one of the Hasses on his lap. Just the way the track crumbles. Exit of the com. He's gone purple of the people on track, which is everyone bar Pez, who the qualifying is officially done. He's got a lot of traffic to go through, so let's hope his traffic, Diego, doesn't get affected by the traffic. There's out of no name, lovely little exit there. Loses a bit of battery, nothing too shabby. Doesn't use all the exit curb, the outside curb at Puon. You can't really risk it because you do not want to invalidate there. It comes to Stavolo. Yeah, that one. A bit squirmy on the rear, but nothing. Shouldn't cost him major amount of time. He could get a lovely tow here from one of the McLarens, who I think is doing their best trying not to hold up Diego here. And,
Padge,
okay, so
sorry,
the
got Padge has invalidated his lap at Puon from slightly wide, as you were mentioning, not to use all the curve, and he had fallen foul of the track limits there.
And Diego got a little squirmy, so he has not been able to improve his position. It's very unfortunate for Diego in his debut race. He did do he was a late joinee to this race, hence the V-carb sign-up. Oh, we'll see if he can get improvements in his race. Now, this is going to be difficult to track who is where and who's on a lap. You said Padge was finishing lap. It's next across the line to finish qualifying. This is now the final laps for people to get into provisional pole, which is currently held by Alessio, who is P2 in the championship last season, and I believe also has also won last week, so he's coming off the back of a win. And Padge has retired from the session. P8 for Chipmunk. Liam getting disqualified for some reason. Next up will be John. John is not improving. That is big. John is not improving. He's used all his deployment here. So this could be the end of John's session. Of course, he is our current championship leader. and of course his 5-time NA champion in a row. But so that is P5 for John only. Next up will be Captain Aiden. He goes P9. Alessio, voice break, goes up to pole. Well, he stays pole and improves his lap. Flurry of lap. Codcamper has invalidated someone. And Ethan is improving. This is very, very difficult to keep an eye on, so I apologise for that. Next up to the line is going to be Snipes. Oh, they're coming into the pit lane, so no one has improving here.
Oh, Ethan,
It's
a bit of a
just
snap in the
Ethan.
bus stop. He's had a snap in the bus stop, and that may be his pole position attempt taken
Oh,
away there.
P3.
Inevitably
That's
takes that
P3.
spot.
Which means the last less is Deton, but Deton has invalidated his run, so that is officially qualifying over. And your pole position driver is Alessio. And I was just looking through the stats, and Alessio actually won Monza, which was 2 rounds ago, but he got P2 last week, just behind Codcamper. So Alessio is back up to pole for. I'm not going to try and figure out when he last got a pole position, but he is back up to pole position.
Yes, indeed, another one for Alessio. And did we manage to check how much Ethan's split by?
It was 3/10 up when I clicked onto him before the bus stop.
So a 42.7 would have put him on pole by 2/10.
As Nico has mentioned my voice break. Thank you very much. Voice crack even. And Killian is not very happy with his lap time, as you can see. He is P11. Ethan saying to look at his sectors. I will do that in a second. Quick little rundown. Alessio P1, Deflated Wee P2, Ethan P3, Cod P4, Johnson P5, Money Game P6 on debut, Snipes P7, Chipmunk P8, Rothwell P9, Captain Aiden II P10, Killian P11, Jack P12, Padge P13, Tommy Red P14, Pez P15, Diego P16, Deton P17, and Liam P18. And we don't get time to see Ethan's sectors. Never mind. Nico saying Alessio is locked in. He drives every week. Yes, it is. He is found his way with that car. A lot of people don't like the Alpine, but he does. And yes, I'm breathing. I'm not. I'm not going to suffer. Of course, Ethan did come in saying that there was a risk of rain for the session, but now we do go into our 5-minute break in between qualifying and the race, when the drivers can do whatever they want. They need to get setups, get fuel loads, they can go to the toilet, they can leave their seats, they can do whatever they need to for the 5-minute break. If it does stay dry, what strategies are we expecting?
We're expecting a one-stop for most drivers here. The pit loss is around a 23-second one, and the medium tyres are going to be wearing this is an equal cars on my notes here, 7.8% on the mediums and 5% on the hards. Although obviously in our realistic tier that's going to vary. So for most drivers, unless your tyre wear is bad, we should be expecting a one-stop. Hi, Johnny.
Good evening, Johnny B. I hope you are very well, my friend. And Ethan is saying you're full wet at the end of the race, so
Nico,
that
it's
might
very
not
sad that you
actually.
missed this race.
Nico is missed out on this race, and I think he's going to be very disappointed about it because he, I mean, after last week, I think he crashed out of, was it Brazil? He crashed out into Lagos. I had to think about that. So he is good. Johnny B, I hope you're well.
Yeah, great to see my NA commentator, other half of the duo. Nico, you sure you're not sad? There's a bit of rain.
Yeah, there's rain towards the end of the race. This could have been your race.
You're missing out.
And I'm getting all the rain out now. That way it doesn't happen on Sunday.
We'll do our rain dances. We'll cause a drought on Sunday. No rain. Ban it all.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Nico's rain dance started 3 weeks ago.
I would actually be happy about rain, to be honest. I'm quite happy in the rain.
Oh no, I'm
I
not very
like I
good
don't
in
mind
wet
driving it.
conditions. I'm not very good in wet conditions, so
Yeah, I've
um
invested a lot of time into it, and I feel I'm not. The pace doesn't always show, or it's a bit variable, but the practice is worth it. But the practice will be
uh,
worth it for these drivers as well as we start very soon. This is usually the one that not nervous parts of the race. You're usually the most nervous for your first qualifying lap, and then now you're just ready, getting the strategy and prepared to go.
exactly. It's just going to be one of those things where you want to start off well, but of course, when you want to burn as much battery as you can to the Lecom chicane, but you want to avoid an incident like what happened on Tuesday. If we see a safety car in this race, that's going to spice things up. Maybe some people will start on the hards, try and go long to the wet period. I mean, the softs are pretty much unusable in race conditions.
Yeah, in the equal performance cars, the software at roughly 8.2% a lap.
Yeah, exactly. So I really highly doubt we'll see them unless it maybe gets towards the end of the race. People who have started on hards and the rain doesn't come. Maybe they're holding out like I did would have been Zan for a couple of season 7 in the race that I won. I won 29 laps on the hard compound tyres, waiting for the rain, pitted for the inters, and then won the race because the top drivers were they didn't pit.
Yeah, that pace advantage. Nico saying hyper soft, super soft is the strategy for Sunday, Scott.
You got to do it too. You got to join in. You can't, and we can get Josh involved. It'd be fine.
No, Josh should probably just do the strat of whatever the highest wearing tires are. He won't feel it as well. And we're going any minute now, Socks.
Oh, it is almost time to start this lovely race. Of course, now we get underway for the formation lap. You can see one of the new survival mode liveries on the both of the Saubers, as we see what tyres people have started on. We have got a mix of hards and a mix of mediums. This is, of course, very different to what we said last week when most people started on the mediums. Of course, the undercut is not as powerful here, so a mix of both strategies could be very, very well worth it. We'll have to wait and see if rain comes or if anything else happens, but what is crucial is that our pulsator Alessio is starting on the mediums with Ethan in P3, also starting on the mediums, and then P12 to P18 starting on mediums, trying to get a leg up on the cars ahead. Maybe try and fight their way through the field, get some track position if there is a safety car, which will allow them to hopefully stay in that position and get the better strategy.
Yeah, there's a Nico is predicting Ethan will get a 3-second time penalty, 100%, and he's rooting for Killian. As well, we like to see the Killian come back. Hopefully, he's been a driver with some great successes in the no assist tier and throughout the realistic tiers so far, and this season specifically too.
Yeah, exactly. We want to get your predictions in the chat. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to come P2? Who do you think is going to come through P3? And for the sake of, who do you think is going to get the fastest lap? There is no point for it anymore. And speaking of points, they do go down to the bottom 15, so the top 15. So the top 15 drivers in this race will score points as long as they finish or get classified.
Yeah, but I think to get classified, it's 90% of the ratio complete or something.
Yes, I believe it's 90 or 75. I can never remember which one it is.
I had it at Boston. I got points even though I didn't do the complete race. But all the cars lining to the grid. The last car is a far away distance from the grid, but
yeah, we do have a little bit of a gap here. And Nico is saying that P1, 2, and 3 is going to be Alessio, Deflated Wii, and Codcamper in that specific order. Before we get the drivers get to the grid, what is your top 3?
Braking board's been destroyed, Scott. By Liam. I think he's just gone off track a bit. He's destroyed one of the braking boards into the bus stop. I think it was the 50, but I can't say it was one of
them. 50 doesn't exist at the bus stop chicane.
One of the braking boards on the left side has been destroyed.
Well, anyway, we'll take that cookie as it crumbles. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red lights and away they fly. Looking for a good start from one of the Red Bulls. A couple of jumping places here and there. Alessio has managed to stay where he is. A bit of ghosting here and there. But oh, someone in the back's gone. That is the V Cub of Diego, and there's a Jack and Liam have gone straight on, been involved in some hunting. That is absolutely mental. Killian going side by side with Captain Aiden through your Rouge and Radion. That is absolutely crazy. I don't know how you would risk that. Codcamper going to go 3 wide with John. His camera set. John. That's Deflate Wee's round. Oh no! That is not what Deflate Wee wants. That Codcamper looking to go for a little overtake at Lecom. And that's now caused him to go round. Jack and Liam having a good battle at the back. Yeah, and Nico's prediction's basically already gone down the toilet. But that is a very, very big start to this race. Deflated Weed currently down in P12. He's lost out plenty of positions, to say the least.
That's got to be the first incident of the chat finish on that person, but it's great to see Killian, not Killian, but no, he is up to P9, his teammate is up to P3 in the aftermath of the incident that occurred. And Padge unfortunately down to P14. I don't think that's where he started as well as one of our major losses, Deflated Weed.
Yeah, we'll get a little position screen up. Biggest loss is Deflated Weed. He's lost 10 positions. Our biggest gainer so far is Peasant Deton. They've had good starts. Deflated Weed getting past. There's a lot of ghosting going on, which is very weird.
The 50 and the 100 board on the left side.
Oh, what? There's a Pageant Pez going off track at the final chicane. That looks very weird. Nico is asking for game sound to go down so we can get that sorted, because I know how to do that. That is all good, nothing happens.
Just a sidetrack, the 50 and the 100 board will be being destroyed, will be a significant disadvantage for those not running the racing line. So I'd imagine
exactly.
That from them it is not going to be fair then compared to those who do not, who use the rainbow strength, as we call it in our league. Yeah, unfortunately for Padge to get that wing damage as well.
Jack, has he got wing damage?
Yes.
Oh no.
End plate damage on the.
Oh, by the way, Nico, is this alright? When you get the chance to chat in the chat. It's currently still roughly how it started. Alessio and Ethan still in the top 3. Unfortunately, Deflated Wee has lost out in positions. Codcamper currently taking that P3. He's got a lovely little train. Every single driver from P1 to P15 is within DRS of each other. Even though some of the gaps are 9/10, everyone is within DRS of each other, and because the DRS is so powerful here, I do not imagine that will be changing anytime soon. As Alessio still keeps on, we've got 22 laps of this race, set another fastest lap for Alessio.
Oh, just to butt in as well, Sox, the 50 board, not that it's entirely more relevant credit to the bus lap, has been destroyed into turn 1.
There's, oh, lovely little fastest lap from Jack. There's going to see any moves. Ethan might be close enough to get Alessio here. He's got the power of DRS, but he has gone into none. He does not have a lot of battery to play with. Money Game making a move using the power of DRS, and Deflated Wee getting past Captain Aiden, and Killian using his powers and dive. What a dive from Deton! But Killian gets pushed off track. He's doing his very best to not avoid an incident like Tuesday. Oh, and Diego comes into collision with Tommy Bread, but doesn't manage to spin around. Killian is not going to be happy there. After his little history on this track, he is not going to be one happy bunny.
Dare say the curse is not going well. I think there's a name for it, although it evades me currently. But It's just friends. Captain Aiden has a penalty on lap 3.
Captain Aiden gets the first 3-second time penalty of this race. Of course, track limits are very easy to come across, depending where you are on track. Because somewhere in Sector 3 they might not be as difficult. They might not be as difficult to get, but in places like Sector 1, especially at Les Combes, it can be very, very risky. Johnny B saying Killian's luck, it is ridiculous. I mean, he is in his preferred Haas car. Of course, he is a massive Esteban Ocon fan, so I would guarantee that he has chosen that car. Of course, there is no way of telling. So I imagine Killian is going to be loving driving around. I'm pretty sure he is in that Japan livery. No, he's not. But anyway, he still loves that car. Ethan is still within DRS. We'll see, is he going to make a push attempt at this this lap, or is he going to save more battery? We'll see what he's doing. Lap time Delta is coming down, but he is not close enough to make a move. I think he is just biding his time. I think he maybe he's trying to work with Alessio slightly, and we go back to battle for P12. Diego making moves on Tommy Red, and Liam also getting past Padge. Padge with that end-plate damage, getting very unfortunate early on in the race.
Just to focus on that battle towards the front, Sox. Ethan has a better management of the charge compared to Codcamper. Obviously, can't say any specifics, but Ethan has been managing that battery better than P3. And he, whilst both are recharging, the Williams is better on those levels currently.
Yeah, of course we know that in real life the Williams has been historically known to be better for its straight line speed, so Ethan is going to be able to use that to his advantage. And I know from practice I was driving around in the Williams, and I know that its battery battery saving is pretty good. We'll see how this race unfolds, especially when those hard tyres come into fruition in maybe 3-4 laps time, we'll call it.
Yeah, it's around lap 8 that we're going to see the transition when hard become better than mediums. And around lap 8 will be the time that those mediums.
Of the lobby.
Sure, I can send you an invite again and I'll commentate in the meantime. So...
No, the stream.
Oh, the stream. Can people hear us still? Or... Oh, voice crack for me as well.
No, I have absolutely no idea. I think we are alive, but I got kicked. My game crashed, so apologies. Stream is still live, so please commentate.
Yeah, as just to make sure you can get that fixed as well. As the battle for P12 has calmed down a bit. Killian obviously though with the best tyres, tires out of the people there. As Liam gets a 3-second time penalty, I think that is for track limits. But it's a close
Which
battle.
Liam?
With Liam in P17, the Red Bull driver.
Liam the Killer. Cool.
Yes. I think most of our drivers are taking it passive, and at the front it is starting to the gaps start to show as the front three have ran away, and there's this other train from Snipes down to Captain Aiden. Glad to see you back there, Sox. Should be able to score. Spectate again. As
yeah, we are back. Apologies for this, people.
10-16.
Yeah, apologies for the issues with the stream. I don't actually know what happened. My game just crashed. So that is very fun.
Most unfortunate for
you. Is there anything else I have missed in the last 30 seconds?
Apart from Jack and Liam McHill getting 3-second time penalties, and Diego overtaking D-Tom for P11, not much else.
Yeah, perfect. I just seen Diego get the move on D-Ton, and Tommy Bread and D-Ton fighting it out. Is very, very nice to see for the battle for P11. As it currently stands, gaps are starting to come out even more. As you see, Money Game getting past Snipes and using his battery. Alessio and Ethan and Cod are very much running this train as it currently stands. John is 2.2 seconds back in that paint livery. And what else is happening? We got loads of battles. There's a lovely train for P6 and Killian getting past Tommy Red round the inside of the hairpin before No Name. Tommy Red looked to maybe have a look at turn into the inside of No Name, but knew it wasn't worth the risk. And he could have got a warning air at Puon, maybe. We'll have to wait and see how that affects his race later on. Oh, it's this yellow flag. I have forgotten the track map, which is very bad for my liking. The what they call the display team didn't add it, so another firing's going to happen there. And Liam is round again at Stavelo. I'm getting a lot of voice cracks tonight.
Commentating effectively there, Sox.
Oh, big time. Now, Cod is looking a lot closer to Ethan. Going down the Camel Straight, there is a very good chance that Cod maybe will look at overtaking Ethan and maybe try and make an attack on Alessio himself. Or Liam getting a 10-second time penalty. Is he going to carry on here? We'll have to wait and see for that. Cod not close enough to Ethan to make a move. I think Cod, of course, is our reigning champion in realistic here. He will know what he needs to do and how he needs to gain points back to try and regain his title. Padge making a move on Pez, but like I said, Codcamper is currently 29 points back from John in our championship lead. So he does have a lot to gain back, but right now he is ahead of John, but Alessio will be the biggest points gainer on John. If it stays where it is, that gap will go down to, I think, around 15 points. I'm not doing the quick maths now.
Yeah, I'll get the.
Oh, Ethan and Cod making moves. There's a yellow flag in the back. That is Rothwell. Rothwell is round in losing positions. He must have got on the curb at Savalo, which unfortunately is what happened to Killian in the assisted sprint last season. I am throwing so much shade on Killian right now. I apologise. Rothwell is now running down in P17.
Yeah, just to add,
but he'll be hoping for a rain.
Apologies there, just add, John has caught the front three by 7/10 in the last lap. So he is catching, he's going to be dropping that fight soon, as it seems.
Beaton is our first pitter off the medium compounded tyre, along with Rothwell, who pits off his hards. Maybe that spin has caused him to change his strategy. It does seem like maybe a slightly earlier pit stop for Deaton. Maybe the wet weather that is predicted by our weatherman, Mr. Ethan, is going to come sooner. But that is going to throw a spanner in the works for their race, so we'll have to see how it comes on later on. John now currently 1.3 seconds off this top three. He is, now it's 1.1. He is gaining quite a bit, maybe pushing a little bit to try and get within this top three battle.
Yeah, I think he is. He just on the barrier of getting DRS now. He's the 1 second gap is closing, and he's almost within DRS range. If he burns it on the straight, I think he has the capacity to do so. He should be in DRS.
There it is.
Yes,
he is. He's just at the border as it currently stands. Yet he is now going to be in it. He's going to be in it, and he is going to stay there.
Yeah, on lap 8, John has joined the leaders 5, looking to extend his lead in the Realistic Tier Championship, and looking to win as always.
And you got a lovely battle for P5 as well, Money Game. In his debut race, leading Snipes, his makeshift teammate for the night, Chipmunk, deflated Wee as well, and Killian getting past Diego in the pit lane, and deflated Wee and Chipmunk going side by side down through the source. I'm not very hungry for barbecue sauce right now. But Deflated Wee is looking maybe it being passed by Chipmunk. They both have DRS, which is big for both drivers. So maybe
Chipmunk
Chipmunk's
elects
gonna have a
to stay
look down the
behind.
inside. Yeah, he's looking at staying behind for now. Maybe he knows that maybe he's struggling for tyre a bit and wants Deflated Wee to help gaining. Good evening, Say No. I hope you're doing very well, my friend. Welcome back to No Assist here, by the way. I hope you enjoy it. Welcome back. It's great to have you back racing in IIRL again.
Yeah, but hello, Sano. Nice to see you back again. As Sock says, I reiterate those words as well.
And more importantly, so in that time, Codcamper did get past Ethan and Alessio, so apologies for missing that. But Alessio now has a 1.2 second gap to Codcamper, which means those medium compound tyres are going to be screaming at in Alessio and maybe even Ethan's car, as well as John is within 3/10, so maybe we're seeing the medium compound drivers of Alessio and Ethan maybe come in this or next lap. Yeah, and as Nico is saying in the chat that they are COD's hards are working now, and as we say that Alessio and Ethan do come in this lap, so they are going to be trying to go to the end, and they're trying to be getting an undercut on the drivers around them, because I forgot words. And Ethan saying that, not Ethan, Nico saying that hards can go to the rain if there is any, but the mediums won't be able to. But maybe there won't be any rain. But
we'll have to see. I mean, in the no assist lobby, it was predicted some rain, like some form of rain at the end of the race, but it was just dark cloud as the rain was going to most likely occur 10 laps on, if there was such a thing at this race. But we'll have to see what kind of rain it is, as the sky remains mostly clear, as I can see. As if some clouds.
You know, on my end, it does look a little grey. So there is a potential. It is looking overcast, so there is a potentiality for something to happen at the end of this race. We'll have to wait and see for that. Of course, there are still 12 laps of this race, and Nico saying if there is rain and it does come now, that does mean that the medium compound start was not the best option, because they would have lost a load of track position. Like Alessio and Ethan now currently running P9 and 10.
If it's going to rain, it doesn't look like it's going to rain now. That's what I think, personally. Although the transition to this game can be quick.
Yeah, especially on a track like this where rain can fall in different parts of the track at different times. Of course, the track is that long. Of course, it's not reciprocated in this world, but I like to pretend it is. But right now, they're still the train for P3, led by Money Game. Codcamper still leading this race by 2.4 seconds to John. We'll see if Snipes can get any closer to Money Game, maybe even make a move. But Deflated Wee and Chipmunk looking very, very feisty on each other. Maybe they're going to look at making a move past Snipes here. Deflated Wee choosing not to burn his battery. And D-Tong getting past Pez, who comes into the pit lane off those 10-lap-old mediums for a set of hard compound tyres.
Yep, those tyres looking to help him towards the rain there. The net leader of the race, Alessio, has caught up to Killian.
Yeah, Killian, after Tuesday's race, is definitely going to be looking for a better result tonight. He does have the net race leader, that's the word, behind him, along with Ethan. So we'll see how difficult he makes it for those two to pass him. As it does look like Alessio and Ethan are going to be saving their battery until maybe the source, maybe the bus stop, maybe even the Camel Straight, just to see, as Killian does look like he's struggling there. A little, very big slide there out of the right and left hander. I guess it's another chicane, we'll call it that. Let's see if Alessio is going to make a move on. It's 1/10 now. Is Alessio going to make a move? And he does not, so he is going to wait for the more useful. As Ethan's gone deep, that is not very good for Ethan. Deflated Wee and Snipes battling on the exit of La Source. They're going to be going side by side through Yarouche. Is one of them going to back down? Snipes backs down. He will have DRS and is Deflated Wee going to have DRS on from Diego? He is not, so Deflated Wee is going to be in a bit of a pickle here. As Chipmunk does go around the outside, and Deflated Wee is back to P6 where he originally was. A load of change at the back of the grid.
Oh, sorry, just to put in, Sox, Ethan and Alessio looking to pass Killian here, and the double overtake for both one car each respectively has happened, and Killian dropping down to P10. Our net leaders are now P9, P8 and P9.
Yeah, Killian didn't make it too difficult. I mean, I say that DRS didn't make it too difficult for Alessio and Ethan to get past Killian. So they'll be looking to progress on to their next, the next rival in their race back up to P1 in Captain Aiden, who does have a 3-second time penalty as it currently stands. Right now, Snipes is just at the border of the 1 second mark with Money Game. And Money Game running a good race so far in his debut. And Snipes is in that 1 second mark, so we'll see if anything does happen. That gap between Codcamper and John has stayed around the 2.4, 2.5 second mark. So it doesn't look like John is able to gain on the current championship leader versus the reigning realistic hit champion. That battle may come into fruition when they pit in maybe a couple of laps time, depending what is happening with weather. I kind of think that we've been roped into thinking there's wet weather, but there won't be. That's what I'm thinking.
Possibly.
Deflated Wee getting past Chipmunk with the power of DRS. Looks like that's going to be the only move on this train. As Rothwell and Jack fighting at turn 1. Rothwell going for the dive down the inside.
Yep, Rothwell looking for the move there. Up to P14 as Ethan and Alessio are looking to catch Captain Aiden.
Yeah, they've caught up massively. The gap is now at 3.5 seconds, and Jack getting past Rothwell with the power of DRS. It's now 3.5 seconds to Captain Aiden. Captain Aiden does have a 5-second gap to Chipmunk ahead of him, so he does not have the power of DRS, which can only be activated within 1 second of the car headed. Oh no! Captain Aiden's in the wall! He's got major wing damage. No safety car, but Captain Aiden is was in the wall. He didn't DNF, luckily, so there is no risk of a safety car, and this is going to really annoy. As I was going to say, it was going to annoy Ethan and Alessio, but they are able to make it through very easy. As they still go side by side, and these two looking to make a sensational fight back up to Chipmunk. They've now got 9 seconds as Captain Aiden pulls into the pit lane here. But that was a very, very big crash there from Captain Aiden. How he did not lose a wheel, I do not know. And it seems like all of Nico's favourites are getting or Nico's support. Nico's fans.
The drivers Nico has elected to support.
The drivers that Nico has elected to support are getting very, very unfortunate this week. So that does mean that Captain Aiden is going to be running P13 out of the pit lane. No battles at the front as Ethan and Alessio are looking to work with each other. Captain Aiden and Jack are going side by side through Yarouche. That is there, and Radion, I should say. Oh, Captain Aiden maybe a bit of tappy with Rothwell. But will anyone make the move here? Doesn't look like Rothwell. Oh, Rothwell makes a very, very nice sense. He tries to stick around the outside. This will be a lovely move from Rothwell if he pulls it off. Oh no, Jack's in the gravel. That's going to allow Rothwell back through, and Captain Nathan on those fresh medium combat tyres is looking to make a move, but is not able to get anything done. So Rothwell will be leading that train for now. This train here in the battle for P3 is still the way it was.
Still going through, but a deflated B passing Snipes as well for P3. A very packed and very close in train there for the train to P3.
Yeah, Nico is in the chat saying that he shouldn't watch Realistic Tier because he curses people. You should watch Realistic Tier because it is chaotic and we love it.
Easily.
And Johnny B saying that am I okay? And then Nico says I've had a little aneurysm.
Yeah, well, I guess that I don't think that's maybe it is a side effect of watching some very competitive racing here in the Realistic Tier we get every week. Easily one of the most competitive tiers in the whole league. Great action as it's being shown on your screen now.
Exactly, Captain Nathan getting past. Oh, little battle with Jack on the exit of the source. Captain Nathan trying to use those fresh medium tyres, which will be already up to temperature. Nico saying he should be racing instead of watching. You should be racing. You could have been the 19th car in this grid and been loving it.
It's an interesting way to look at our amazing tier there, so.
Oh, is oh, bit of battling there between Captain Nathan and Jack. Looked like Jack maybe got pushed off track slightly, but I won't be the judge of that. Padge getting past Liam in the battle for P17. The gap is actually extended between Codcamper and John. So the gap is now at 3 seconds. Will we be seeing Codcamper come in this lap? We will not. So they are still going. Maybe Codcamper is holding out for some rain, or maybe all the hard drivers are. We'll have to wait and see. I think pit lap would have been around now if they were. So maybe there is a definite chance of Liam getting a 3-second time penalty in this race. Alessio and Ethan have caught up 5 seconds to Chipmunk, so the gap is now 5 seconds. Captain Nathan getting past Rothwell at Blanchemont. Yep, the one before Blanchemont even.
Just to add in there, Sox, it's getting a lot cloudier since I last checked.
Oh, so maybe there is some weather. We've got 6 laps left, so this will have to be a massive rainstorm to throw anything into the mix. Ethan actually getting past Alessio with the power of DRS, which you can use when you're within 1 second of the car ahead. Of course, if you would like to request an onboard, we do not have a red button, but you can use your channel points and we will try and get you on board, as Ethan has locked up into the hairpin. But if you would like an onboard, use your channel points, request a driver, and as long as they are in a battle with Ethan, getting on the gravel, very unfortunate. That's going to cost them a bit of time in this catch up to Chipmunk, but the gap between Chipmunk and Ethan is now at 3.3 seconds, so it's coming down very massively and very quickly.
Yeah, just doing a warning check as well, as I saw on that camera angle, Ethan and Alessio are now in view. Just going through warnings now. John has, am I allowed to say it? I can't remember.
Well, just say if he has warnings, I guess.
Yeah, John has warnings. As well, money game as well. Yeah, most drivers keeping it very clean.
Yeah, the Faded Wee looking at making a move on money game, speaking of the man. But he's not able to make a move and is waiting. Still waiting. He's going to wait till the Camel Straight to make a move. I think that is the safest place to make a pass on this track, other than the source. But if you make a pass on the source and you've got DRS ahead of you, you'll have DRS, so they'll be able to get straight back past. So definitely Deflated Wee waiting now, but he's 7 tenths back. Is he going to get close enough to make a move? I do not think he will. The gap between Ethan and Chipmunk is now at 1.5 seconds, so they have caught up massively. There's about Padge comes into the pit lane a bit early. He's come off a 4-lap old hard tyres. maybe going for a bold strategy to try and claw his way back through the field. Padge is already... It's raining! It's raining, Tacit!
Oh, it is. The transition was very quick, and Nico probably feeling sad that he's going to have to watch 5 laps of rain without being in it. This is what you... I dare say the fear of missing out is kicking in here. Padge might have got it a bit early, but we'll have to see.
I mean, on this very long
Might have
track,
timed
you
it well.
could be... I mean, on this very long track, it could be very, very quickly for the transition period. We'll see when Cod and John come in, because the track is so long, it could be not wet enough at sector 3, but by the time you reach sector 1, it could be wet enough. Codcamper deciding to continue on, as Nico saying that the Aston Martin that he's drove this season, as John and Deflated Wee come into the pit. No, sorry, John comes in.
Has stayed out as well as Deflated Wee.
Yeah, so Deflated Wee and Ethan decided to continue on, but John, Money Game, Snipes, Chipmunk, Alessio, Killian's continuing on.
Okay.
So we got a number of... Yeah, we're seeing a lot of drivers change, but will this be the right decision towards the end of the race? Nico saying that this Aston Martin looks like nothing like the one that he's been driving the last couple of weeks.
So there's a lot of standing water now on the track, on the racing line as well, so it could be this lap.
There's everyone now coming into the pit lane, so everyone from John below, apart from Killian, has come into the pit lane. So it does look like Padge made the right call, and Nico saying Cod will stay P1. We'll have to wait and see for that, as the track does. We'll have a look on his hard tyres, as Killian has gone. Killian, Codcamper, Deflated, we have all gone 17 laps. Ethan did already have a pit stop. He's clawed back massive amounts of time, so his fresh hards will be looking much nicer and feeling much nicer than Cod and Deflated Wee on the 17 lap old tyres.
Yeah, you can.
And it does look like they're struggling.
Yeah, you can see they are struggling. Deflated Wee going for a bit of a lockup already into there into Campus, but just to preface, the transition is one of Ethan's greatest strengths as a driver, so he'll be very quick until definitely quick in this point of the race.
Oh, and as you said, that DRS has been disabled, and Killian getting a bit of contact with Money Game. Of course, Killian is one of those drivers that has not pit off the hard compound tyres, and it does look like a mistake, as Codcamper does come into the pit lane, which does mean that Deflated Wee... Oh, Deflated Wee's gone straight on at the bus stop! Oh, wow, that's very unfortunate for Deflated Wee, and sliding through the pit lane. Ethan does come in as well, as you would expect. Will that allow... In fact, that does allow John to take the lead. And Nico saying Ethan and Alessio threw that away, sadly. It's unfortunate that they were on the wrong strategy, and that does mean that the gap now between Codcamper and John is at 1.6 seconds. John's tyres will all have been warm, and he's getting used to the conditions. Deflated Wee will come out in P5, just ahead of Alessio and Ethan, and Killian will come out P9.
Oh yeah,
just Killian will come up P9.
Letting myself, but if Nico just mentioned Deflated Wee did cut the pit entry, is that a penalty or any form of?
If it gets reported, it can be.
Yes, I think that got
we'll have
shown.
to wait and see.
I did get a perspective on that, but I'm not sure if it was shown on screen.
But it does look very wet out there as it currently stands.
Nice
snacks. Good evening, mate. I hope you're doing very well. John is gaining on Codcamper as it currently stands. Chipmunk has gotten past Ethan.
The gravel now.
Yeah, I was looking for him, and he disappeared. And then I see him come back on from the gravel. So Ethan getting very unfortunate there at No Name, unfortunately getting onto the gravel. This field is very spread out now, but you still have a lovely little train here. In the battle for P3, it's not as close as it was before, but the battle is still there. If Snipes can just get within, well, I mean, there's no DRS. If he can just get close enough to make the move, he's got 3 laps left to do it. And it's the same with John, but John has lost time to Codcamper. So Codcamper looking like a bit of a wet specialist out there in the Haas car, as John is losing time, so it does look like maybe that Codcamper is going to win this race.
Is it Money Games'
Hopefully,
debut in the league? I can't remember.
it is Money Game's debut in this race. He is currently running P3 after starting
P6?
P6. So he has gained 3 positions in his debut race. It's a very good debut race from Money Game. And for other notable drives, Snipes has gained 3, John's gained 3.
Come back to P5 by the way as well. That is another notable drive. Sorry to butt in again.
Yeah, of course, deflated we having major contact at the start of this race, and he's managed to claw his way back up to P5 with a strategy. He's got, as I say, that he's gone into the gravel over the bump. The conditions do look like they do look even more trickier every lap. As Ethan said, it does look like maybe there's a chance of full wet, even though the intermediates will be the best compound of tyre for those conditions, as Chipmunk getting very slidey in the entry to Puon in his sight for Alessio, and Rothwell getting past Jack in the battle for P14. Chipmunk is within 2/10 of Alessio now, and he goes for a move down the inside of Stavolo, and very feisty there, very bossy from Chipmunk as he gets past Alessio.
As
we've got a yellow in sector, that is Deton as round at Puon, as Snipes gets a 3-second penalty. That will bring Deflated Wee up to P4 at the end of this race, and potentially Chipmunk and maybe even Alessio if they can all get within the gap of each other. But right now, Codcamper is using this car and his knowledge of the wet conditions to his advantage right now, as John is struggling to get anywhere close to the Haas man. He's a Haas man. Don't copyright. No, don't copyright. Yeah, Nico. As Deton gets a 3-second time penalty. Snipes is looking to get even closer. He's at 1.2 seconds. Nico saying that he got his first podium at Spa in realistic clear last season in the rain.
I'm not going to read. I was
he's
hesitating to read that message out, not to tempt fate. But if I'll keep putting it away,
there's a Money Game looking at following the same path as Nico in his debut, or in Money Game's debut race, getting a podium as Liam gets another 3-second time penalty. And as I say that, Snipes is within the proverbial DRS, but he's only got 1 lap to make this move. Will he be able to get close enough? Will he be able to take the debut podium off Money Game? We'll have to wait and see. Do not go anywhere. This final lap will be coming up very shortly.
Yeah, that's true, Nico, but this fight is very close. I obviously can't reveal those ERS numbers, but it's very close between P3 and P4.
Exactly, Snipes is still gaining and other notable battles as well. Deflated Wee looking and getting past round the outside of the bus stop chicane on Snipes. Maybe Deflated Wee looking for a sneaky chance to pole Ethan this podium. Ethan getting a 3-second time penalty at the death. It will not drop him any positions though, as maybe Snipes will look for a move on Deflated Wee, but Deflated Wee is in the search for that podium place off Money Game. Will he be able to get it? He's got 7/10 to Padge.
Yeah, Deflated Wee, just to highlight, it does have less charge than Money Game, so perhaps Money Game can optimise that advantage he has. We'll have to see.
We'll see what wings he has, and it's not looking close enough as Snipes does look for a move down the inside of Lecom on Deflated Wee, and he's around the outside of the neck part, but isn't able to get the move done. So it does look like as it currently stands, it is going to be money game for his debut podium.
As it
That's
stands,
very, very good stuff.
just not to tempt
As it
fate.
stands, yes. As it stands, right now, Codcamper is currently 4.7 seconds off the lead. 4.7 ahead of John. Where is my brain going tonight?
Too much intense edge of the seat action there, Socks.
Oh, big time. It's been a lot of action as soon as the rain came. Everything kind of changed in a way. The order might be similar, but everything has changed. Different conditions on track. As right now, we are deflated. We is 6/10 or 7/10, as I say that, off the back of money game. We'll see if he gets close enough, but it's not looking likely. It is not looking likely. You might have a look at Little Sen. Codcamper has crossed the line to be winner of this race, and John will cross the line P2. Money Game is going to cross the line P3 for his debut race. Deflated We will cross the line P4. Then Snipes will be P5 if he didn't have the 3-second time penalty. So Chipmunk will gain P5 and Alessio will be P6. Ethan will be P7 after starting this race very, very well. Congratulations, Money Game. I hope you enjoyed that. Killian will cross the line P9. Diego on debut will be in the top 10. Congratulations, Diego. Captain Aiden will cross the line next. He will be P11. I can't remember what the penalties were. Captain Aiden will be P11 and P12 would have been Tommy Bread, but Rothwell will be P11 because he got no penalties. Then it'll be the McLaren duo of Deton and Jack, who has gone across the line and destroyed his front wing. Pez, my new teammate, would have been P16, but Padge has taken it off him at the final hurdle. And then Pez will be set P17 and Liam will be P18. What a race.
What a race.
Killian, as expected, is not is very unfortunate in this race. Money Game saying he was a bit scared trying to defend that podium, and that's expected. But you kept it, and here he is on the podium alongside John and Codcamper. Codcamper taking the win and will gain gain 5 points on John, which means the gap even though the gap between Codcamper and Alessio will close in, but the gap between Alessio and John will extend to a certain amount, which you'll be able to see on Sim roster, because pick mass is not my thing. But that is your end of the race statistics. Codcamper will cross the line P1, John P2, Money Game P3 on debut, congratulations. Deflated We P4, Chipmunk P5, Alessio P6, Snipes P7, Ethan P8, Killian P9, Diego P10, Rothwell P11, Captain Aiden Rothwell getting the fastest lap as well, congratulations. Captain Aiden getting P12, Tommy Bread P13, Deton P14, Jack P15, Padge P16, Pez P17, and Liam P18. As Jack has requested
to watch you.
an onboard for me. Yeah, he's requested to watch me if you want to watch me. Yeah, if you want to watch me, you can watch me on Sunday night in the assist tier race. Thank you very much, Money Game, for your kind words. Congratulations in your debut race. Please come back next week. It is. What can we take from that race, Tacit?
Definitely take from that race that it was definitely a strategical one that was decided by each driver's pace in the rain and how they adapted to the change of conditions.
As Nico saying that he will watch me, bit stalky, but I will allow it. That was a great race, of course, COD winning. If you want to see more action like that, you can join Deflated We and whoever will be his commentary partner on Sunday night for the assist tier race round Belgium, which will be just as chaotic and as exciting as this one. And then next week, it is going to be round 6, which is going to be Las Vegas. We are going to be going on the strip. We are going to be having a whale of a time. Luckily, not at 4 a.m. watching the race. But yeah, as Johnny B agrees with me that Sunday is going to be chaos. But Tacit and Johnny B, as uh, just mentioned, will be your commentary partners on Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. UK time. And then I will be back next week with a commentary partner. I do not know who it is yet, but I will keep it as a surprise for next week, and we will find out together then. With that being said, please come back Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. GMT. Me and Tacit are going to go and decide the driver of the day. But I will see you next week, and we'll be back on Sunday night 7:30 p.m. GM UK time. So with that being said, that's a goodbye from me.
And a goodbye from me.
Goodbye.